Hey guys, it's Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group. In today's video, I have titled the top 5 most searched voice over IP service providers for business. Again, that is the top 5 most searched VoIP service providers for business. Now, as you guys know, we get a lot of calls day in, day out, all week, all year round of people that are calling up that are basically saying, hey, I need a voice over IP phone system for my business. I found your website. There's just so much that they say they're seeing online, and it's hard to choose which service provider is better over which charges better over which may have the best features or platform for their business, or may have the better pricing structure for their business, or what even is the pricing. So what I decided to do was do a video of the number 5 most top searched carriers online according to Google and according to some other websites that I researched to figure out who the top 5 most found were, and give you guys a quick in-depth review of each one from number 5 all the way to number 1. So some of this is going to be some facts and fun facts about each carrier, as well as our experience with the top 5, since we represent the top 5 and have worked with them on many occasions for different scenarios, different types of customers and industries. So, anywho, to hop right into this, let's see here. And I've got a long list here. So for those of you who are, in the throes of figuring out which voice over IP provider might be better for your business or best for, whatever scenario this may be, I would encourage you to get a pen and pad for this, because I'm going to go through some pretty good facts and details of each one, as well as our experiences with each one as we go. So this may help you to be able to figure out which one might be best for your business or best for your situation. Before we get into this, I'd like to reiterate, we represent these top 5 that are in this video, as well as many, many others. So again, I'm your go-to guy if you'd like to get set up with a demo, or you'd like to find out more in-depth pricing, or would like to get a direct contact at one of these carriers that I'm going to mention here in a minute. So anyways, number 5, Mitel. You may or may not have heard of Mitel, but they are typically, in our experiences, not the best fit for small businesses, for your typical small business. And by typical small business, I mean a business that's got somewhere between the realm of, we'll say, 1 or 2 to 10 extensions, or maybe even 20 extensions. In our experiences and endeavors with Mitel is best suited for persons that have, say, 50 extensions or need 50 actual physical phones or users or more. If you're something under that, I will be honest with you that typically their pricing structure and their schematic may not be the best fit for you. However, if you're somebody that is approximately 50 phones or higher and has special needs, Mitel tends to cater to persons of that size, and also offers special needs or custom packages that some of the other carriers may not be able to delve down that road by way of development, or may not even be able to do what it is that you're looking for. Again, as I already kind of mentioned, they are definitely not the cheapest. So if you're somebody who's watching this video and you're thinking, I need a solution that's inexpensive, I'm just being honest with you, Mitel is not going to be the best bet for you. More importantly, they don't publish their pricing. Their pricing is by request only. For those of you who are watching this video that have done a little bit of research, you already know that looking at some of the other guys out there, they tend to say prices start at this, or extensions before add-on features go for this. With Mitel, there's no pricing. It's prices by request only, which in the world of pricing, we all know that typically if somebody doesn't list their prices online, or you have to call for quote, it doesn't mean they're the most expensive, but it definitely means they're not going to be the cheapest. So that's just an honest thing there. Mitel, though, even though their prices may be a little bit out of budget for some businesses, they tend to always include equipment. Their setup is usually done by some pretty high-level customer service. So you're not going to be talking some guys out of the Philippines or some guys that are outsourced out of India, tech support. You're going to be typically talking some pretty highly trained, high-level customer service that is US-based with Mitel, for not only initial setup and installation and implementation, but also for your long-term customer service and support and things like that. In short, you get what you pay for with these guys. Let's see here. All right, so moving into number 4. Number 4 is 8x8. The funny thing is we represent 8x8, but we actually haven't gotten that many calls from people that are looking for 8x8, but we are aware of them and we know a little bit about them. We know that they are a leader and specialize in plans that are centric around businesses that need to do a lot of international calling. Still a US-based business, but you may be a business that has branches in the United States, as well as locations or person outside of the United States, as well as, or not excluding, need to be able to make calls to places outside of the United States, like Canada or Mexico or, the Far East or, Australia or whatever it may be. They tend to have special plans that cater to persons that need to make US domestic calls, but also have a very strong focus in needing to be able to make calls globally outside of the United States and not get hit extremely hard with international fees and charges that some of the other carriers may typically hit you with. So the other thing is they specialize in having unlimited global extensions. Even though you can do this with pretty much any voice over IP carrier, they have a very strong capability and very specialized, I guess we'll say, pricing packages that are centric to persons that need to be able to have people that are also working outside of the United States, but be integrated into the system as if they're all within the same office and reachable by customers and staff within the same phone system platform. 8x8, from what I have heard, has excellent customer service, but I have heard that their service, their customer service is outsourced to some third parties. Prices for 8x8 tend to start at approximately $25 per month per extension or user. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, I need a phone system that has got the ability to be able to handle global stuff and, will alleviate some of my costs for international, and you like the idea of $25 a month per user, that'll give you a general idea of what to expect with them. Again, if you would like to see a demo of their platform, talk to the people, the powers that be at 8x8, and have somebody like me try to get you the best pricing possible, we can do that. We represent 8x8. Moving on. Number 3 most searched provider, and this was actually claimed by Tech.co. No, I'm sorry. Tech.co claims that Ringcentral, number 3, is the number 1 most searched voice over IP provider. But in our opinion, and we deal with people quite a bit, as well as look at the statistics, Ringcentral tends to fall in the number 3 range of most searched voice over IP provider online. Ringcentral we actually like, and we have some very good contacts over there. And at the time of this video, have been working with Ringcentral on, I want to say, about 4 deals, 4 potential opportunities for people that had specific interest in Ringcentral. So let's jump into some of the pros of them and why we like them and why we think they're the number 3 most searched. Notable features that set Ringcentral apart is they have a very powerful chat and team collaboration platform, or powerful internal chat, team collaboration tools, and notes tools on the back end of their system. This would be something that the clients or their people that they call with the phone system that you may call if you're using Ringcentral won't see. This is something that your team would use internally, like internal chat. Like you could be on a call with somebody and they say, hey, Bob, you be on the call with a potential opportunity, and that opportunity say, hey, you know what? The contract you guys sent over, we think we like it. We want to move forward. Can you get somebody to get the final proposal that we need to sign in place by next Monday? You could be on the phone with Ringcentral's platform through their chat tool, send a chat directly to your estimator or estimates department and say, hey, I've got the guy on the phone right now. He wants to move forward. The contract is closed. So it's got things like that, as well as much, much more powerful collaboration tools, which I'm not going to get into in granular detail in this video. We're going to do a video like that in conjunction with Ringcentral directly for another day on their team collaboration tools and back-end stuff to be able to unify the team within the phone system. But that's one big thing. Ringcentral, in my opinion, has some of the best third-party collaboration tools and like app API capability with third-party apps that we've ever seen. They offer integration with over 1,500 softwares and CRMs, third-party softwares and CRMs, such as Gmail, Outlook, Office 365, some of the CRMs out there like Salesforce.com, Zoho, vTiger, the list goes on and on and on. These guys have a very, very strong focus and ability to integrate with third-party platforms. So very scalable. Pretty much all of the VoIP carriers are scalable, but Ringcentral is one of those ones that we've seen where you could have as little as 1 to 3 phones to 300 phones or grow to that size while you've got their platform, and they have the back end and the tools and the capability to be able to grow that platform as you grow so that you don't have to integrate, so that you don't have to get rid of it and try to move to something else that will suit your needs. They have a very good range as far as how small or how big you can be before you outgrow Ringcentral. Another one I want to point out, which is another really big strong point of theirs, they have a heavy focus on video conferencing. If you're watching this and you're somebody that your business, even though you need a phone and email to communicate like every other business does in the 21st century, but you have a very strong focus in staying innovative and you like to collaborate with your team and your clients through video and video conferencing, Ringcentral has a separate thing. I believe it's called like Ringcentral Meetings. That is a whole separate animal in itself that they can integrate into your phone system that allows for video conferencing with your team and with your clients. Also, every Ringcentral account at the time of this video, every user or extension with your account includes a free Zoom video conferencing account that has all of like the Zoom like Pro features included, which is literally like about, I want to say somewhere between like a $19 to $30 per month savings per user to have that integrated with every single user on the platform at no extra charge as just part of being a Ringcentral customer. Ringcentral pricing starts at approximately $19.99 per extension. They do offer some very aggressive phone rental programs. If you're somebody that needs hardware, if you don't already have phones and you need phones, they have different levels of a program that you can use to get the hardware that you need. We're talking Polycoms, Grandstreams, Yealink phones, Panasonics, and much more. Let's see here. Oh, one more thing that I wanted to throw out there, which is a big thing that sets Ringcentral apart, and we actually talk about this in a separate video just about this, which I'll link in this video. Ringcentral, at the time of this video, is the only provider that we know of that offers a mobile app that has true MMS messaging, which is multimedia messaging service, which is the ability in their mobile app to send video and photos and things like that. Now, every provider has some sort of like mobile app that allows you to send SMS and things like that, but most all of them do not allow the ability to be able to send videos and photo, multimedia messages. Ringcentral is one of the only ones that we know of that offers this through mobile app. So if you're somebody that's watching this that's like a real estate agent, which is one of the big ones that we hear about, or you've got to be able to have the ability to send video or picture images through your mobile app messaging so that it can come from your cell phone or whatever, but looks like it's coming in through the company, coming to or from the company, Ringcentral is a good fit for you because none of the other carriers at the time of this video that we know of allow this. So moving on to number 2 most searched voice over IP service provider. Nextiva is number 2. From our research, Nextiva is definitely without question the number 2 most searched provider on the market, on the web, whether it be Google or YouTube, you name it. We've actually sold many deals with Nextiva. Small ones, mid-sized ones. We've even worked on some much larger ones for people that were doing call center setups and needed a new phone system and things like that. Nextiva is a very, very rich platform. Some of the things that set Nextiva apart is they have and boast that they have all-American customer service and tech support. Now, I want to be clear. Most of the providers that I work with, some of them have a mixed bag of American-based tech support out of the United States, and then some of them will outsource some of their tech support to places like the Philippines, India, and even Costa Rica. While it doesn't bother me because I'm a techie guy and I talk with people on the phone all over the world and I find them just as professional, and even the language or accent barrier doesn't bother me, for some people it does, and I get that. Some people don't want to have to deal with mixed bag of tech support between Americans and the United States, and people outside of the country that they just, that they may not understand what they're saying and may not want to deal with that. Nextiva boasts that their stuff is all American, United States-based customer service. And there's something to be said for that. Nextiva typically includes equipment such as phones and things like that you need for your new phone system at no extra cost, included in the agreement. Agreements with them, usually to have equipment included, is typically a minimum of 24 to 36 months. However, going through somebody like me or having a little bit of leverage, like you need more than 5 phones or more, or you're working with somebody like me that can broker deals like that, you can possibly get hardware and things like that without having to be in a 36-month, maybe at minimum only being in a 12 or 24. It's a case-by-case type of thing. Let's see here. Another notable feature that's really big with Nextiva includes a free CRM that is available for all accounts. Now, for somebody like us, that's not a big deal because we have our own internal CRM that actually integrates into our phone system. But for somebody who's watching this that may be a small to mid-sized business and you don't have a CRM, you've been using Gmail or Outlook or your email as kind of a pseudo CRM, and you like something that allows the ability to integrate into your phone system so that when people call in, you can actually see, you can log calls and log notes and things like that based on phone calls into sales opportunities and customer accounts. Nextiva has a very, very powerful CRM platform that works like this, that can literally unify your communications between your email, your CRM system, your contact relationship management system, and your phone calls coming in all into one. Again, this is something that is available to all of their customers on the platform, and it is a very powerful tool, which we actually talk about in a separate video that I'll link in this video. Prices with Nextiva start around $19.95 per month per extension. We've seen them go up as high as about $24.95 per month, but that's usually the average with them, depending on whether you need hardware or whether you don't. Whether you're bringing your own phones to the table or you're going to buy your phones outright, or you need Nextiva to subsidize the equipment for you. All right, number 1, and for those of you who frequent my channel, you already know who the number 1 most searched voice over IP service provider is. It is Vonage Business, and they are between the top 2. It is quite literally Nextiva and Vonage Business are the top 2 contenders that on the World Wide Web. And for those of you who have searched and been researching, you know this. Vonage Business is the most sold voice over IP provider without question. They are also one of the largest. I want to say they are the biggest, and they are the oldest player in the game, partly because they are a spinoff from the earlier household name everybody knows, Vonage. Let's see here. Because they are the biggest and the oldest player in the game, this means they tend to have the best, most competitive prices on the market for people that are looking for a real, legit phone system for their business. They also have one of the most advanced platforms, which includes things such as what we've seen, one of the most powerful and capable mobile apps. They tend to have some of the best features included in their platform, meaning they boast that they have 40 plus features included in the platform at no extra cost, whereas some of the features that they just include in the platform, a lot of the other players will try to charge extra for some of those. The biggest thing about Vonage that we've also liked is, again, because they're one of the biggest and older players and have some of the deepest pockets, they tend to be number 1 when it comes to innovation, meaning when new technologies emerge or new ideas emerge that can be beneficial in the voice over IP space to businesses, Vonage tends to be the first ones to grab onto those technologies or grab onto those ideas and implement them, or put them out to market for testing and implementation and for people to enjoy. Even better, they will typically go ahead and just put them into their platform for people that already have existing accounts, and those people will get grandfathered in with those new ideas and new techs that have come to market, which is always kind of nice. Let's see here. Vonage is actually the originator of the free phone. For those of you who have frequented my channel or know about the whole free business phone thing, when that whole idea of, oh, now you can get a business phone system and you get free phones with it, Vonage was now, I mean, everybody's doing it now, but Vonage was the true originator of the whole free business phones idea. So that's another thing that has gained them big popularity in the voice over IP space. As far as Vonage Business is concerned, setup is super fast and easy. They have excellent customer support, not only for onboarding, but when you first come on board, and do your install and all that kind of stuff, like white glove level support. They also have really, really excellent ongoing support. Like if you need to contact them for technical problems or for just simply help, you need help for training a new employee or setting up a new user or more than one user. Not only do they offer excellent support to existing customers in this area, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. Let's see here. I want to talk a little bit more about their install team. For people that this is one big thing with Vonage that we've always thought is really nice, and that a lot of the people that we've worked with that have made the choice to go with Vonage for their new phone system have enjoyed. Vonage has a thing called install team. We call it the red carpet, the red carpet treatment, but Vonage calls it install team for anybody who signs up for a new phone system that is spending no less, that is expending at least $200 or more on their monthly bill before taxes. They basically get a phone call or an email from a team called Install Team that does the following. They call you up and they ask you exactly how you want your phone system to ring, to function, and all that kind of stuff. And then they install and configure everything and test it with you for you at no charge. Of course, I said they test it. They train you and whoever staff needs to be trained. And they also ask you for all of the required information from your provider or providers that you would like to port one or more phone numbers from into your new Vonage system. And they handle everything. They work directly with your carrier who you're moving your number from and handle everything and just send you emails with dates saying your number should port on this time and date. We'll let you know if there's any questions or concerns, but it should be active on this time and date. And then once your numbers are in, they test your system and make sure the numbers are working correctly and that the call flow is correct and everything is good to go. So again, for any new business accounts with Vonage Business that are paying at least $200 or more before taxes, you get access to Install Team, or what we call the red carpet treatment. So anyways, that is the top 5 most searched voice over IP service providers online in the United States. I just want to reiterate that we represent all of these companies. We have sold contracts and worked with people that are looking for new phone systems and service with all of these carriers. So if you're interested in pricing or just have questions, or you would actually like to see a live demo of the actual platform and how it works and find out if it works for your business or not, call me. Again, Prince Rich, your go-to guy for the best deals on business phone and internet service in the United States. I'll talk to you guys again in the next video.